Game time. What time is it? Let's go. We ready. We ready. We ready. We ready. I'm going to the house. I'm going to the house. When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. The ball is getting hit. That's it. It's gonna be football now. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's hunt now. Let's hunt now. Let's go. Let's hunt. We ready. I'm going to the house. I'm going to the house. We're talking about the Jets like we're talking about the Saints. You know, all this trying to be the Miami Heat of football. Yeah. The bottom line is you got to buckle up the chin straps. It's embarrassing. Yeah. Don't disrespect the game like that. So much crying from him. He's a man. He can be a hit just like us. He's a man. You already make the big money. He's a man. Not when you step on the field, man. That's who I did. When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. Oh, my bad. You had no work in my world. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We ready. I'm going to the house. I'm going to the house. It's a wrap. Game over.
No, this game is not over. It's just getting started right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK, all new 92.3 FM. We are streaming live, kyokradio.org, on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and we're on Roku. That's right. Thanks to the BS3 TV, we are on Roku TV. If you got a Roku streaming device, all you got to do is download BS3 TV, and you will see us right there. And I want to appreciate Ben Sutter III and the entire BS3 family for allowing the lunch break and KYOK to be a part of it. We are really excited about that. Oh my goodness, Monday. Oh my goodness, Monday is the day where you get to talk about some of the oh my goodness moments from the weekend. And of course, we had the Christmas Day games, NFL and NBA. And man, there were several oh my goodness moments from both of them. And then yesterday did not disappoint in the NFL. What got into the Dallas Cowboys? Oh my goodness. They were 42-7 at halftime. Dak Prescott had a full day at halftime. 4 touchdowns at halftime. Franchise record. So everybody ready to bury them boys. I got news for you. Can't do it. Cowboys are still around. Clinched the NFC East with 11 wins. Oh my goodness. What got into the Houston Texans? Did they do what I think they did? They scored 41 points against the LA Chargers, a team that a lot of folks had really making noise in the playoffs. Well, they ain't making noise yet. 41-29, Texans with the win. All right, I got somebody calling me. Hello, caller. You're live on the lunch break. Who's this?
41-29. You ain't lying. Hey, Dre, how you feel, baby?
With my hands, greatest. Do me a favor. Before you get started, I don't want to interrupt us. Let me take a quick break. I'm coming right back to you.
Yes, sir.
All right, we got the greatest up next right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK.
If you have $2,000 or more in credit card debt, then listen up. We can reduce or eliminate your interest rates. Cut your monthly payment up to 50% and stop all late fees. Our company has been helping good people just like you get out of debt for over 30 years. Don't get stressed out. If you have $2,000 or more in credit card debt and medical bills, we can show you a way to reduce all of your bills to one lower monthly payment that you can afford. So again, if you have $2,000 or more in credit card debt and medical bills you can't afford, make this free call today and learn how you can finally get out of debt. Call now for your free consultation. 800-638-7112. 800-638-7112. 800-638-7112. That's 800-638-7112. Sponsored by Credit Card. Life can be full of risks. One thing you shouldn't take a risk with ever is your family's health insurance. If you're self-employed or you now need affordable health insurance, you need to make this free call right now and see how the Health Insurance Helpline can help you get it. We specialize in helping the self-employed and people just like you that need affordable health insurance to get it. We have short and long-term health insurance plans, and some even cover dental, vision, and prescription drugs. Don't take a risk with your family's health insurance. It's not worth it. If you're self-employed or now need affordable health insurance, call right now and learn for free how to get it. Listen, affordable health insurance plans for everyone just like you are a free phone call away. So give us a shout right now. 800-472-5145. 800-472-5145. 800-472-5145. That's 800-472-5145.
Are you ready? 2022 is in our view. Pastor Ronald Booker and the Greater St. Matthew Church invite you to New Year's with the Saints, featuring the soulful sounds of Houston's own saxophonist Lloyd Hughes, comedian Dave Lawson. He'll have you falling out on the aisles, and violinist Christy Campbell. Simply amazing. New Year's Eve with the Saints, December 31st at the Greater St. Matthew Church, Southwest, 14919 South Main. Doors open at 8 p.m. As we close out 2021 and usher in 2022, we're expecting God to do great things. Finish strong with strong faith for the new year. It's worth the trip to the Saints for New Year's Eve.
I promise that I'll finish strong.
The legendary KYOK 1140 AM and 92.3 FM. The legend.
This is Irma J from Internal Revamp, and you're listening to AJ on the lunch break.
All right, y'all, we're back here on this lunch break on the legendary KYOK, all new 92.3 FM. It's Oh My Goodness Monday. Let me get back to the man with the plan. Caller of the year from 2018. It's the greatest of all time.
Hey, Dre. Hey, man.
You know what? I just saw that nonsense you sent me. Why you mess with that man? What did Anthony Davis do to you?
Well, we'll get to that in a second. But it helped me to realize I'm not the only one that think that way about that stuff. Anyway, hey, man, you remember the movie On Any Given Sunday?
Yes, sir.
And yesterday when I was watching those the Mighty Texans.
Mighty Texans, wow.
Wow, man, on any given Sunday, anything can happen. But you know what I thought about, Dre?
Yeah.
I thought about, man, and I think them owners kind of thinking about it too when it comes to their pocketbook. All we got to do is get a group of young men who want to play ball, who going to play hard. You know, we can assemble a team that'll go out there and win some football. We ain't got to be paying these big, humongous contracts to these guys that always seem to be hurt all the time. But what say you? Because them Texans look like the real deal yesterday, bro.
Yeah, don't let the real deal look-alike fool you, though, man. I'm saying I'm going to give the Texans credit. I'm going to give them credit because they won all three phases of the game. It wasn't a fluke. It wasn't like Justin Herbert was throwing the ball away every 5 seconds, not like they turned the ball over 10 times. The Texans beat the LA Chargers yesterday. And that falls in line with what you said about any given Sunday. Davis Mills played a great game. Man, Rex Burkhead, I just called him out in a bad way the other day on somebody else's show, and he went out and ran the ball like a grown man. Second time in his career going over 100 yards. They had some great catches from a makeshift wide receiving core. The defense played well. They won the special teams battle with a backup kicker not named Kaimi Fairborn. So I give credit to the Texans, but let's not be fooled, bro. We know who they are, and we know what they can do. And, let's not get crazy. They won 2 in a row. Congratulations. They got to go to San Francisco, who is fighting for their playoff lives. If I'm San Francisco, I put them back where they came from.
Well, right now I feel like Tony Bennett. I left my heart in bang, it go. Hey, man, give the Texans some love.
I just gave them love. I won. I said they won the game. It wasn't a fluke. What do you want me to do?
But my thing was, cuz, it wasn't no Rudy Poo team, man. This one of the best teams in the league. In the Texans, featuring Coach David Culley, they showed up and showed out. So show them some love, man.
All right, let me say this. They won 4 games. They 4-11, bro. I can't get way too excited about a 4-11 team. You know they gonna fire Coach Culley after this. You know they gonna get rid of Tyrod Taylor after this. You know Justin Reed is out of here after this. Bro, what do you want me to get excited about?
But what did I just say before I started, Dre? I say just get a group of guys that don't make that much money, and every Sunday will be sunny. All I'm saying, man, is that if you can get some guys that want to play ball, they ain't get, they can make the bare minimum salary, but if they have to decide to win, you don't need them big name stiffs, man.
All right, well, I'm gonna say this. This is why we can't have nice things. We had let me go. We had a Deshaun Watson, we had a JJ Watt, we had a DeAndre Hopkins, we had a Jadeveon Clowney, we had a Tyrann Mathieu, we had I can go on and on and on. We had a Dwayne Brown. We had a lot of stuff. And now you want to just scrap all that and go vanilla ice cream? I don't like vanilla ice cream.
Who was that coach we had? My memory, Bill.
I don't want to talk about him.
We had him, and that's why we don't have JJ.
Did you ever see the movie Airplane?
Yes, with Barbara Billingsley, Lou Alcindor.
Right. So remember when the lady got all anxious on the plane, and they told her get her hold of herself, and then they lined up and just started slapping the smack out of her. That's what every time we think about how Bill O'Brien ruined this organization, somebody ought to be able to line up and just smack the sense out of him. Just wear him out.
You telling the truth, because you know me, I used to always tell you to quit lying on Bill O'Brien. But I found out you were telling the truth.
I wasn't lying, was I? Y'all thought I was hating on that man, and I was trying to stop that man from messing y'all up, and here we are. But greatest. I'm finna hurt your feelings, and I'm gonna tell you to your face, because you my brother, and you know what? If anybody else jump in when we fight with each other, we gonna whoop them. All right, here we go. Why can't the Texans have what they got in Dallas right now? Why? Dallas is 11-4. And they just beat the snot out of Washington. Why we can't have that? Why we got to be 4-11 and be excited about a bunch of, who knows who and what knows what and what the. I want to be 11-4. I want to win the NFCs. And I ain't talking about like that dude I just talked about, smack the snot out of. You listen, I want to do more than win the AFC South. I want to get to an AFC South championship game. I want to get to a Super Bowl. I want to win a chip or two. This ain't going to happen in this franchise for a long time to come. So stop making these people settle for less, man.
I mean, I definitely agree with you, man. But if we'd have kept the Texans intact and got rid of O'Brien instead of getting rid of, JJ and DeAndre and our QB, going through a few things right now. Hopefully that brother can bounce back. But O'Brien got rid of all of our really, really good players that made us a contender. And so now we got a group of guys who I don't know nothing about. I show them love for the last 2 weeks, but if we could keep a team together, we'd be like the Cowboys, Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott and all them brothers up there. You understand what I'm saying, cuz?
Hey, young man by the name of Clarence, who is a big Grambling State Tiger alum, sent in a message. He said, y'all got Davis Mills to be excited about. I said, I refuse. I refuse to get excited about Davis Mills. I refuse.
Well, we all get a thrill watching David Mills. So, lay off him. Give him a chance. Give him a shot. When you started in the broadcasting business, they said, this bum, who is he?
Hold on, man. Let me do it. I'm gonna do it. Kansas City has a Patrick Mahomes. Green Bay has an Aaron Rodgers. Tampa Bay has a Tom Brady. Dallas has a Dak Prescott. We got a Davis Mills. We got a Davis Mills.
You're preaching, son.
We got a Davis Mills.
But great as Roger Staubach turned out to be, great as Warren Moon was, great as Doug Williams was, great good as Terry Bradshaw. They had to start.
No, sir. I'm not going to let you do that. I'm not going to let you do that. Roger Staubach won the Heisman Trophy out of the Naval Academy. Doug Williams was winning things at Grambling that folks could only dream of. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Davis Mills could be bagging your groceries for all you know. You wouldn't know who he was.
Look here, man. Okay, do you remember, my memory is bad, but in 1974 and 1975, I'm going to say how good your memory is. Who won back-to-back Heisman?
Archie Griffin.
Okay, then. And he was a superstar in college. What did he do in the pros?
The same thing Davis Mills is doing.
All I'm saying, man, give the guy a chance, brother.
Man, listen.
Why you so cold? You must didn't get your favorite Christmas gift or the screw. You sound like the Screws today, man. What's wrong, man?
Hey, this ain't the legend of Billy Jack. All we are saying is give peace a chance. No, I ain't giving Davis Mills a chance. It ain't personal. I don't want nobody having him show up at my house. I'm just saying, man. We had a whole Deshaun Watson. I don't want a Davis Mills.
Hey, on the real, I agree with you 100%, but I'm just trying to be adversarial. Hey, but let me end on this, man. Okay, watching the NBA on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Hey, man, that boy Steph Curry, he was only 10 for 27, man, but have you ever seen anybody that just make the crazy shots that this cat make, man?
No, I got to be honest. Steph Curry is one of the smoothest, pure shooters that I've ever seen, and I've seen quite a few. I saw the rifleman Chuck Person back in the day. Of course, I saw Ray Jesus Shuttlesworth back in the day. I saw some good, pure shooters, man. And I tell you, not many of them are better than Steph Curry.
Okay, two quick questions. In your opinion, is LeBron James going to make the All-Star team this year?
Probably not, and I'm going to tell you why. Because of the time that he missed and the way the league feels about him. That Enes Kanter freedom, he has really started a wave of disdain for LeBron like never before. Folks have always hated LeBron, but they gave him most of his respect. Now you got somebody who literally showed that you can disrespect LeBron and not give him his most of his respect. So I feel like this is the year they're going to leave LeBron out, even though when he's healthy, he's one of the best in the game still.
Okay, in your opinion, will the Lakers make the playoffs?
Yeah.
Okay. I really don't think if they don't make some drastic changes, I don't much even see them with a healthy Davis and a healthy Westbrook. I still don't see them making it. They just don't happen, man.
But that's what I'm saying. You got a whole trade deadline coming up. You got a whole bunch of moves that can happen before playoff time. Don't give up hope. Keep hope alive, bro. Are you a real Laker fan or are you just wearing the colors? Keep hope alive.
Okay, I ain't going to jive. I'm going to keep hope alive. And float like a butterfly, stinging like a bee. There's always Andre and me. Rumble, young man, rumble. Love him. The greatest of all time. Call of the year 2018. Ben Sutter III, what's up, brother? Giving you plenty of love today. Let me take a break. I'll get back to it right after this. It's, oh my goodness, Monday. I ain't selling for no Davis Mills. Oh my goodness.
Are you looking to start a business? From side hustles to major business opportunity, Franchise 123 connects franchise buyers with sellers. And we have over 4,000 franchises for you to choose from. In one simple 30-second call, our live agents will sign you up to the platform. This is not a hard sales call either. We give you free access to our database. Yes, free access, no cost. We are the largest online franchise database in the world. You can find 95% of all businesses. Buying a franchise franchise doesn't have to be complicated. We make it easy, and right now, some have no startup fees. You can turn your special skill into a franchise business, or go full scale with all the top franchise businesses in the world. Sign up with Franchise 123 now and get your free guide to franchise success now. Call 800-419-5344, 800-419-5344, or text Franchise 123 to 63566. Text Franchise 123 to 63566.
The legendary KYOK 1140 AM. The legendary KYOK 92.3 FM.
Minister Larry Scott.
Okay, we are running a car drive right now to help veterans all across America. So if you have an old car, truck, or van, even a motorcycle or an RV sitting around, you can right now give it away and help the vets. They really need your help. And your car will help support the vets and their families. And guess what? You even get a tax donation. Plus, we'll even come and pick up your car for free. And all you've got to do is pick up your phone right now and make a free call. Now is the perfect time to do something good for the vets. Give back to the vets right now for all they've done for this country. And your old car can really help them. So call the Veterans Car Donation Program right now for free pickup of your vehicle. Help the vets and help your taxes at the same time. Call right now.
800-253-1892. 800-253-1892. 800-253-1892. That's 800-253-1892.
Is all right if I say
This is Lakeisha, and you're listening to The Lunch Break on KYOK.
All right, thank you, Lakeisha, right there on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK. This lunch break will make you jump. It's Oh My Goodness Monday. And Willie Gibson sent me a correction on Oh My Goodness Monday, and I agree with him. Willie Gibson said, Willie, I got a bunch of messages coming in. He said, Bron is most certainly going to the All-Star game. Fans vote and want to see him. Also, the game is in Cleveland. I agree with that right there. Bron, All-Star game, that's where he should be. I think I just wanted to go off on Enos Cantor Freedom because he getting a little beside himself for me. All about, what he did in his native country and how he spoke out and stood up and fought for it. All for how he's standing up for those who can't stand up for himself. But to attack other people like LeBron, like Jeremy Lin, like other people, bruh, listen, chill out. All right, I'm just going to let you know some folks I can't say that on media. I can't say that on Oh My Goodness Monday. All right, Clarence, what did Clarence say? Clarence hit me back. He said Kurt Warner was on a garbage truck. Davis Mills ain't him, though. Davis Mills ain't Kurt Warner. No shade at Kurt Warner. Kurt Warner and I've communicated on Twitter. That's my claim to Twitter fame. Kurt Warner and who else? It was a couple other people. Oh yeah, I ain't gonna bring up the Scott Van Pelt thing. Tony Dungy. We communicate on Twitter occasionally. But anyway. Kurt Warner came in and was the real deal. Kurt Warner came in and replaced Trent Green, and Trent Green never got his job back. I ain't talking about no day. Kurt Warner went on and won a chip. Davis Mills ain't gonna win no chip. Davis Mills, Mac Jones, no chips. Didn't y'all see 8 Mile? 1 pop, 2 pop, 3 pop, none. Your pop, his pop, your pop, none. No, he ain't winning no chip. He ain't winning no chip. Davis Mills, Mac Jones, chipless. Okay, tell me I'm wrong. Prove me wrong. Wait a minute, hold on. Does Carson Wentz have a chip? I think Carson Wentz has a chip from when what's your guy's name? Plays for the Bears, started for the Bears the other day. When he went and got that chip for them, that's how Carson Wentz got a chip. That's the only way Davis Mills and Mac Jones will get a chip. If somebody else go out there and win one, and they get one for being on the team. Y'all can get mad at me if you want to. I'm just telling you how IT is. All right. Oh my goodness. Y'all just giving claim to fame to everybody. Everybody's a great quarterback now. Next thing I know, y'all gonna be trying to prove Mike Glennon is a great quarterback. Oh my goodness. Listen. Ben Roethlisberger is done. He might not know he's done. He might not want to believe he's done. But Benny Roethlisberger is done. But here's the thing. I'm not trying to rush him out. I'm not trying to force him out. He don't have to retire. He just don't need to come back to Pittsburgh. He just don't need to come back to Pittsburgh. I need Pittsburgh to find a way to win one more game. Just one more game. If they win one more game, once again, my favorite head coach in the league right now, Mike Tomlin, will have another non-losing season. If they win one more game, just one more game. And what's crazy, if they win two more games, they're in the playoffs. If they win out, they're in the playoffs. Crazy, isn't it? Crazy. I shut it off when they put that backup quarterback in. You know the one that got brained by Myles Garrett. I shut it off when they put him in. But I had seen enough. I feel bad for Ben. I'll say this. Ben is not the right quarterback for what Pittsburgh has right now. Ben can't still do what he did when Pittsburgh's offensive line was not as good as y'all thought it was in the first place. Back when they had Villanueva and Pouncey and I know those cats were going to the Pro Bowl left and right, but did y'all not see Ben Roethlisberger throwing the ball with like 18 dudes hanging off of him back when they had that offensive line? Ben Roethlisberger is not built like that anymore. He can't do that. So whether he retires or not is really not my issue. In fact, the way I see it, Ben Roethlisberger ought to go over to New York and be the quarterback for the Giants. They're talking about bringing Joe Judge and Daniel Jones back. They need to get Ben Roethlisberger. Hello, you live on the lunch break. Who's this?
What it do, brother AJ? Ferdinand Lunch Breakers, what's going on?
Caller of the year 2017, first caller in the show ever. What up, though?
Ben Roethlisberger needs to go and shake hands with Drew Brees, and they need to go and play badminton together.
If I'm Ben Roethlisberger, I get me another check if they're going to give it to me. If I'm Ben Roethlisberger, if they're going to give me another check, I'll get another. How much you making? I'll get another one in New York with the Giants. I'll get another one backing up. What's that dude down there in Jacksonville? Trevor Lawrence. If you're going to give me another check, I'll take it.
Well, I mean, you have to realize Ben is still better than some of the rookies. But Ben can't move. Ben is a Sherman tank. And he's not mobile. He can still throw, but his decision-making, AJ, has really caused my team to look horrible.
Well, brother, all I know is yesterday was bad. Yesterday was about as bad as it's been. And that's why I say everybody keeps acting like Big Ben had this pristine offensive line when they had all these Pro Bowlers. And the thing is, Big Ben has always had to throw on the run, always had to throw with dudes hanging off of him. But back in the day, he could do that.
Yeah, it was a different day and time. He absolutely can't. So AJ, at some point, man, you got to know when it's time to just throw in the towel. If your decision making is there, that's one thing. We know you're a pocket quarterback. We've been knowing that, and you're not mobile. That's one thing. But where you at now, man, you're supposed to be in one of the elite groups with Tom Brady, but you're not. I'm not talking about Ben, man. I enjoyed my 2 championships for what he was able to do with Pittsburgh, but I don't want you to ruin your last legacy when you could have went out on top. And right now you're looking like, man, who did it and why? It just doesn't make sense. So Mike Tomlin, if he can't put Pittsburgh where they need to be, AJ, back in a championship caliber team, I'll get rid of Mike too. Man, I'm not caring about no name. At the end of the day, AJ,
wait, hold on, bro. My head start hurting. I'm dizzy. I can't see
chemistry.
straight. My forehead sweating and stuff. Did you say?
And I wanted to.
Did you say you would get rid of Mike Tomlin?
Mike Tomlin and Ben can go together. Because why?
Oh, man.
AJ.
Oh, hold on,
as
bro.
the coach. Listen, put your seatbelt on, because I'm ready for you today. Look, I applaud Mike Tomlin. I appreciate what he's done in Pittsburgh. But AJ, I'm a winner.
Oh.
He's done. He got it. He got a chip. Now, don't get me wrong. He's one of the best coaches that'll ever walk in the NFL league. But look, Doc, I'll put him and Pete Carroll in the same boat.
Oh my God.
You guys either going to get your teams together and go forward, or sometimes you just have to part ways. I mean, no shade at nobody, AJ. But look, the Pittsburgh Steelers that I know hadn't got a chip, and I can't remember. That's too long. I can't speak for no other team. This is my team. I want my team to always make the playoffs every year. I want to make. If you can't win a chip, I need to see you go get past the second round. And if Mike Tomlin can't get Pittsburgh back to that level, then just part ways. Find somebody else.
If y'all don't know that I have the most tolerant show in sports talk radio, you can call my show and say just about anything, as long as you don't cuss and as long as you don't, be rude or disrespectful to me. Man, you done hurt my heart, bro. My heart is hurting. I need one of them AEDs, man. I need them to shock me back. Did you say you would fire Mike Tomlin?
Look here, Doc. Last year we was 12-4. We fell out of grace.
Bruh, hold on.
Yeah. Get yourself together. I'm ready for you today, Jay.
You sound like you would fire Malcolm X, bruh. You sound like you would have fired Martin Luther King Jr. You fired Mike Tomlin?
Where we were last year to where we are now is unacceptable. It's for me, not for the whole nation. Whoever,
now you done started some nonsense. The greatest on my phone talking about Ferdinand is right. Tomlin got to go. Y'all both got to get off my phone. I love y'all.
I'm a diehard Steelers fan. I've been a Steelers fan since I was a kid. But I do know when things are not faring well. You brought Big Ben back. Now, had Mike Tomlin would have allowed Big Ben and personally allowed Big Ben to go, man, I'm Mike Tomlin for about 3, 4, 5 more years. But you can go to the well too many times, AJ. I told you, AJ, that Big Ben wasn't going to do nothing. It was just time for him to retire. I'm not talking a belittling Big Ben. You just don't have it. And right now, you're making my team look like trash. I don't like it. And I'm
getting on my words. I think for the first time on this show, I'm speechless. For the first time on this show, I'm speechless.
Look, and the Texans only won one game, man. They ain't went to Plymouth Rock nowhere, man. One game. David Mills, he done played 40. He need to have a good game. Got one game. He's 2-7. 2-7. Is that a miracle? But they looking for that great white hope, and I hope they get it. But because of the organization that the Texas is affiliated with, there's not a lot of good gonna come to the organization, AJ. I'm just gonna be playing with. When you've gotten rid of all your good players, and you come and you try to make an expansion team, that's not what the fans want, AJ. But kudos to your win. You still got 2 games, and you're gonna have a time with 49ers. They serious about making the playoffs, AJ. And I don't think the Texans don't get in their way. But the way the teams played yesterday, AJ, for the defense and special teams is concerned, that's all I ask for the Texans to do throughout the whole year. Give your best. Everybody has to take a role in making the Texans team do better. The special teams stood up. The defense did what they should have been doing the whole year. And the offense finally got on the right cylinder. Rex Burkhead, man, 100-some yards, man. Kudos to him. But they got to keep that going and then some, AJ. But like I said, man, I'm not impressed.
Ferdinand, I think this was the worst call we've ever had on this show, man.
And I apologize to the show, but yeah, I'm feeling myself right about now.
Ferdinand, I love you for free, bro. I'll talk to you soon. I ain't never in my life on the lunch break, this show right here since 2017, that I think I was going to have somebody call and tell me that Mike Tomlin had to go. Never in my life since I've had this show, 2017. And then add to that, Ferdinand, the very first caller on the show, caller of the year 2017. Never in my life did I think that man was going to call up here and say Mike Tomlin's got to go. And greatest, I see you too, chump. I see you two. Greatest. Talk about Ferdinand is right. Tomlin got to go. I think I'm going to have to, as the commissioner of the lunch break, I would like to announce that Ferdinand and Greatest have been fined. They have been fined an undisclosed amount. They'll be suspended without pay for an undetermined period of time. And it's unfortunate, but we gotta stick to the integrity of the game. Oh my goodness! You talking about getting rid of Mike Tyson? Man, hold on. The New York Giants are bringing back Joe Judge. The dude is like 10-21 as a head coach. And they're bringing him back. But we want to get rid of Mike Tomlin. Man, the dude down there in Arizona, Cliff Kingsbury, has a history. I got to take a break. When I come back, let me give you Cliff Kingsbury's history as a head coach. And they talk about bringing him back, and we want to get rid of Mike Tomlin. This is why we can't have nice things. Ferdinand, Greatest, y'all have been fined an undisclosed amount. Y'all been suspended for an undetermined period of time. And so it's been said, so it's been written. I'll be back.
Are you ready? 2022 is in our view. Pastor Ronald Booker and the Greater St. Matthew Church invite you to New Year's with the Saints, featuring the soulful sounds of Houston's own saxophonist Lloyd Hughes, comedian Dave Lawson. He'll have you falling out on the aisles, and violinist Christy Campbell. Simply amazing. New Year's Eve with the Saints, December 31st at the Greater St. Matthew Church, Southwest, 14919 South Main. Doors open at 8 p.m. As we close out 2021 and usher in 2022, we're expecting God to do great things. Finish strong with strong faith for the new year. It's worth the trip to the Saints for New Year's Eve.
Well, I hope you are enjoying your weekend. Hey, everybody, it's Erica Campbell.
And I'm Greg from Get Up Mornings.
We want to thank you so much for rocking with us every weekday morning.
And after you enjoy your weekend, make sure you start your work week with us.
When you start your day with us, we'll help you get moving and motivated to have the best day ever. Go ahead and say it, Greg.
Best day ever!
So wake up with us. We'll be faith walking,
love talking,
enjoy living on Get Up Mornings.
Get up. Get up. You're listening to
1140 AM and 92.3 FM. The legendary KYOK.
This is Michael Harris, Houston's top jock, and you're listening to the Sports Encyclopedia, the living Sports Encyclopedia. AJ Jones on the lunch break here on KYOK.
Mike, the top jock, Michael Harris. I don't feel like the Sports Encyclopedia today. They talking crazy out here in these radio streets, Mike. Michael Harris, they talking crazy out here in these radio streets. But I promise y'all some information. You know me. When I got to go to my bag of information, I go to my bag of information. So here's the deal. Stop. Here's the deal. Remember I told y'all that all these other coaches are still in the league. They talking about keeping them around. Cliff Kingsbury. Check out his track record. 2013, head coach of Texas Tech. They started out 7-0. They finished 1-5, 8-5 total for the season. 2014, Cliff Kingsbury, Texas Tech, started out 2-0 and then went 2-8, finished 4-8 for the season. Cliff Kingsbury, 2015, at Texas Tech, head coach, 5-2 start, finished 2-4, 7-6 for the season. 2016, Cliff Kingsbury, Texas Tech, 3-1 start, 2-6 finish, 5-7 record. 2017, Cliff Kingsbury, Texas Tech, 4-1 start, looking good, 2-6 finish with a record of 6-7. 2018, Cliff Kingsbury, Texas Tech head coach, 5-2 start, finished 0-5, record 5-7. And what did he do? He got promoted to the NFL to be a head coach for the Arizona Cardinals. Cliff Kingsbury, Cardinals head coach, 2019. 3-1 start. Finished 2-7. Record 5-10-1. 2020, Cliff Kingsbury, head coach, Arizona Cardinals. Started 6-3. Finished 2-5. 8-8. Missed the playoffs. This year, Cliff Kingsbury, 2021, head coach, 7-0. Current record 3-5. Right now, he is 10-5 and has a chance to blow it again. And they talking about bringing him back. So listen, no, we're not firing Mike Tomlin. We're not firing Mike Tomlin. Not going to do that. We're not going to do it. We're not going to do that. Not in Pittsburgh, not in Cleveland, not in Alabama, not in Michigan. Wherever he's coaching, we ain't firing him. Now, if he chooses to walk away, great. But firing? No. Can't do it. Not as long as Cliff Kingsbury, Joe Judge. No. And while we on this, everybody talks about the Bill Belichick disciples, the coaches that came out from under Bill Belichick. There's only a couple of them that have had winning records. And yes, Bill O'Brien is one of them. But he's as mediocre as they come. Mike Vrabel, in my opinion, is the best of them. Mike Vrabel, and then number 2 is not who you might think. It is none other than Brian Flores down at Miami. 10-6 last year, looking like he's going to get a winning record out of this year. Mike Flores, number 2. And then you can figure out who you want, number 3. Oh, my goodness, man. Y'all be trying to rack the good coaches and accept the mediocre bad coaches. Hey, man, please. Talk about firing? Getting rid of Mike Tomlin? Ain't never had a losing record. Bill Belichick can't say that. But we want to get rid of Mike Tomlin. Oh, Ferdinand, you done ruined me for the day. I don't even want to do the rest of the show. If I didn't have Coach coming up in the second hour, I wouldn't even do the rest of the show, Ferdinand. Oh, my goodness. All right, real quick, let me do a sports update. I got to get Sybil Wilkes on here with what you need to know. I got to do birthdays, and then I'll come back with Coach after that. All right, so hang on. Let's see. The Texans had their best performance of the season by far, beating the LA Chargers 41-29. They have now won 2 in a row. We'll see if they can make it 3 in a row when they visit San Francisco Sunday, 3:05 Central. The Cowboys locked up the NFC East in a very impressive fashion. They beat Washington 56-14. They were up 42-7 at halftime. That's a franchise record. Dak Prescott had thrown 4 touchdowns by the half. And now we'll see if they can try and stay in the running for the number 1 seed in the NFC when they host Arizona Sunday at 3:25. Cliff Kingsbury about to lose another one. New Orleans will host Miami tonight at 7:15. They reportedly tried to lure Drew Brees and Phillip Rivers out of retirement for tonight's game. NBA action, the Spurs beat the Pistons 144-109. Oklahoma City beat New Orleans 117-112. Utah beat Dallas 120-116. The Rockets will visit Charlotte tonight at 6. Bowl games in jeopardy. The Sun Bowl. 1 team out. They're hoping to get another team in. The Holiday Bowl, the Hawaii Bowl, and I forget the other one, have all been canceled due to COVID. All right, let me get Sybil Wilkes on here. I'll come back with birthdays right after this on the lunch break.
It's Sybil Wilkes with what you need to know. Today is Monday, December 27th, 2021. Number 1, South African theologian and social justice activist Archbishop Desmond Tutu died at the age of 90 at his home in Cape Town Sunday. He is one of the greatest leaders credited with destroying the apartheid system in his country. During his trailblazing career, Desmond Tutu was the first Black bishop of Johannesburg, South Africa's first Black archbishop, and Nobel Peace Prize winner. Number 2, Women hold more than $925 billion in student loan debt, approximately 22% of all student loans. New data from the American Association of University Women shows that on average, African American women owe 22% more in student loan debt than white women. Researchers attribute the disparity to the student debt crisis and the gender wage gap, which make it difficult for women to get by, let alone get ahead. Read more about it in today's newsletter, brought to you by the Black Women's Path of Texas. Number 3, U.S. officials have intensified calls for unvaccinated Americans to get inoculated in the face of the new Omicron variant. Though the calendar is about to change, December had a distinctly 2020 feel to it. NFL games were postponed because of COVID-19 infections, and the Rockettes' Christmas show was canceled for the season. Much remains unknown about Omicron, but officials warn it appears more transmissible than the Delta variant, which has already put pressure on hospitals worldwide. Number 4, from 2012 to 2016, Vine was a popular social media app that hosted 6-second comedy videos. Many of the videos became popular memes like that of a 9-year-old who was featured in a viral 2013 video entitled Terrio at Popeyes. Well, that young video star is back in the spotlight again, but this time it's for something more rewarding. He's now a star on the East Orange High School football team, and his team just won New Jersey's state championship. Number 5, during the presidential campaign and for the first year of the Biden administration, there were promises and ongoing discussions surrounding student loans, ranging from deferment to forgiveness. The COVID-19 emergency relief bill called for a pause in the payment of federal student loans, originally scheduled to end in August, then moved to January, and the freeze was extended last week to May 1st of 2022. While the full court press continues to convince the president to cancel $50,000 in student loans per borrower, future and current college students are considering their educational options. Here's your daily inspiration from Yogi's Jewels. Pursue your purpose while traveling your path. Join me today live on YouTube and Facebook at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central with Chris Paul and Coy Malone. Join me for a special look back at the 2021 World of Sports. Thank you to our What You Need to Know partners, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated and the American Heart Association. To subscribe to my free daily newsletter, please visit SybylWilkes.com. Be informed, be empowered.
All right, thank you very much. There's Sybil Wilkes right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. It is our Oh My Goodness Monday. Let me hit these birthdays real quick. Happy birthday to my aunt Anita Burton and her twin sister Alita Cromwell, celebrating their 71st birthday today. Tony Jenkins is 51. Winston John White, 38 years old today. Don Sutton is 55, the double grace. Carlos Bounds Lewis, happy birthday, Apostle. She's 65 today. Julie Armbruster celebrating her birthday with one of the baddest poets in the business, Latrice Butler. Happy birthday to you, wordsmith, on the lunch break. Again, happy birthday to them.
Oh, go shawty, it's your birthday. Ooh, it's your birthday. Go shawty, it's your birthday. Today's your day. Happy birthday to you.
All right, happy birthday to them. And let me get the celebrity birthdays real quick. Happy birthday to former Astro player Craig Reynolds. Let's see, Major League Baseball All-Star player back in the day. And then Mark Few, head coach of Gonzaga, celebrating a birthday, along with one of the cheatingest coaches in the business, Bill Self. He's celebrating his birthday today. Don't get me started on him. One of my favorite wrestlers of all time, Bill Goldberg, celebrating his birthday today. Lorenzo Neal, big-time fullback in the NFL, celebrating his birthday, along with Carson Palmer. You talk about quarterbacks stealing money. If I'm Big Ben and they'll give me another check, do it like Carson Palmer. Get your money, man. And then the fastest woman on the planet right now, Shelly Ann Frazier Price, celebrating her birthday. Happy birthday, y'all. All right, let me go to the phone line real quick. Hello, you're live on the lunch break. Who's this?
Willie.
Willie, what's up, man?
You all right? I'm good. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great, man. You gave me some good information, man. I was feeling like they would get ready to job LeBron James, but I forgot we control that, right?
Man, 27, 7, and 7 in year 19.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When he's healthy, he's one of the best players on the game.
Yeah, yeah. And to that point, I know it's fine. I heard this and I find it very interesting that his career average is 27, 7, and 7. He averaged that this year. He's never had a game where he's had exactly 27 and 7.
Well, brother, that's a great man. I want him to get his kudos. I want him to get another chip. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
Interesting.
Yeah, what's your oh my goodness moment from the weekend, Willie?
Cleveland Browns play calling in the last minute of the game.
Yeah. Kevin Stefanski, brother, has some stuff to answer to. Have y'all gotten a chance to speak to him yet?
Yeah, he spoke earlier.
Okay.
And, he deflected as, he got held, he asked some very pointed questions. Like, you have a quarterback that hasn't practiced in 13 days, called a flight date of game, and you put him out there and you basically develop a game plan to put the ball in his hands. Oh, by the way, Nick Chubb's run for, 9-10 yards a touch, and you eliminate, and you go away from that. What was we wanted to score a touchdown.
Man, brother, don't get me started. I got to get ready to go, Willie. I got to get Coach on here, man. I want you to have a blessed rest of your day, though, all right?
All right, you as well.
All right, man. Willie Gibson, Will Knows Podcast. Y'all know him. He sits in for me when I'm gone. Let me hit this top of the hour. We'll be back with Coach right after this.
1140 AM, KYOK Conroe, and 92.3 FM, K222CX Houston.
The views and opinions expressed on all radio shows broadcast on KYOK are entirely those of the host, guests, and callers who are entirely responsible for all show content and do not in any way reflect the opinions of KYOK Radio, its sponsors, staff, or management.
All right, y'all. We're back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK, all new 92.3 FM. We're streaming live, KYOKradio.org, and we're on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and the Roku TV, courtesy of BS3 TV. I want to appreciate you. If you got a Roku streaming device, what you do is you go and you look for BS3 TV, download it, and you can have us right in the middle of your big screen right now. It's the Coach Johnnie Cole, and we get ready to take our HBCU Stroll. Coach, happy holidays to you. Merry belated Christmas. How are you, sir?
Man, I'm doing great. Always looking forward to coming on the lunch break. Very excited. Been getting all rested up, ready to go. Talk some good football, some HBCU, and what's going on today.
Man, I tell you, oh my goodness, Monday is full, man. It's it was so much oh my goodness stuff from the weekend, but before that, there was some oh my goodness stuff in the world of the HBCUs. We got another coach that moved from Miles College over to Tuskegee. Talk about the move there for that head coach, and what can he expect over there at Tuskegee?
Yeah, I talked with Coach Ruffin about that, and some people look at it as a lateral move. I don't think the money is lateral. One of the things that Tuskegee did to get him over there is they also will make him the athletic director.
Right.
He was there before. Tuskegee has a better winning record as far as the history of playing football than Miles. And I think he reached his milestone in Miles. He won 5 championships over there, and I think he reached his limit. This is give him a different avenue, or at least a different street to get to the championship in another way. So, in his voice, that it's a win-win for him, and he's looking forward to getting started.
Yeah. Now I want to talk about that. We got Coach Johnnie Cole taking our HBCU Stroll. For coaches, sometimes, do you ever find that you've done all you can do at a place and you look for a different challenge, like in a different conference or with a different team?
Well, that's kind of rare nowadays because, these athletic directors and things got what have you done for me lately attitude. So you don't see those coaches staying in one place a long time.
Right.
But, that can happen. Take Nick Saban, for example. I mean, Alabama's traditionally been a strong football program, great university, and the only place he can go is to the NFL. And he's already tried that.
He already got sent home from that.
Yeah, I don't think it's
I don't
another
want to see him
college.
come back.
Right. I don't think it's another college that he can go to that take football as serious as the University of Alabama. So, there's different places, different ways on different levels. It's like Coach Ruffin went from Miles College to a traditional powerhouse in Tuskegee. When it comes to football. So, it depends on the individual. And again, these days you gotta get them before they get you, basically.
Yeah.
You win your couple championships, you look at your program and you see where it's at, because ain't nobody really letting you rebuild no program. So it depends on the situation.
Yeah, we got Coach Johnnie Cole. We're taking our HBCU Stroll. I've been talking about that really all day today. Before you got on, somebody's saying that it might be time for Pittsburgh to move away from a Mike Tomlin. And then you got a team like the New York Giants, Joe Judge, record of 10-21 as a head coach there. You got the head coach that left Texas Tech, had a losing record at Texas Tech, but got brought into the NFL to lead a high-powered team in the Arizona Cardinals. And he has a history of starting off fast and then floundering down the stretch. But yet these coaches get chance after chance to rebuild. I mean, how long does it take to really rebuild any program, let alone an HBCU?
Well, first, let me make a comment about Coach Tomlin. You lose 2 Pro Bowlers in the last 5 years, in Le'Veon Bell and Antonio Brown, about money, which is on the college level, that's sometimes out of the head coach's hand. You keep those 2 young men on your football team, we wouldn't even be talking about it.
Right.
Coach Tomlin is an excellent football coach. He's a part of the Pittsburgh Steelers organization history. He's been around there a long time. He knows the in and out. Before you get rid of him, they'll start getting rid of players. He's playing with a quarterback that's banged up, old, and he's trying to make the best out of that. Pittsburgh is not one of those football clubs that every time something go wrong, they point the finger at the coach.
Right.
They look at the whole organization. Yep. That's why they are who they are. One of the best ran organizations, sports team in the history of sports. So, that's crazy to say that. Coach Tomlin should be able to name when it's time for him to leave.
Yeah, 3 head coaches in franchise history, 2 of them already in the Hall of Fame. One of them is on his way whenever Coach Tomlin decides to hang it up. And I agree with you. Pittsburgh is that organization that values, just like a lot of times they'll say that it's hard to find a franchise quarterback. It's even harder to find a head coach that can coach a team, let alone a franchise quarterback.
Well, without a doubt. I mean, if you check any championship on any level, you'll see one coach win a 2, 3, 4 championships if he stays at the place he's at. It's hard to find that guy that's a leader, and when you have one, you got to nurture him. You got to go through things with that guy, with the leader, because everything's not perfect.
Right.
I've been on the 0-11 teams and 11-0 and had some of the same problems on the 0-11 team with your staff as you had when you was 11-0. Yeah. So, a lot of people look at it from the outside in, and you won't know until you on the inside and you've been around long enough where you can see that it's not about that. It's about that leader when he makes decisions, on keeping coaches, getting rid of coaches, keeping players, getting rid of players. You got to be able to know how to make those changes and direct your team in the right place. And when you get one, you should hold on to them.
Yeah, I agree. In fact, a young man, Mike Patton, host of Touring the AFC South, said elite coaches are definitely hard to find. Not many of them. That's why they're elite coaches. Yeah, I agree with him wholeheartedly on that. Coach, getting back to the HBCU, community. We saw a lot of movement this year, in head coaches. You are one of the most knowledgeable about that. Has there ever been a year like this where you saw so many changes in head coaching in the HBCU world?
Well, not to my memory. I thought that a lot of schools about, and I want to be, correct me if I'm wrong, at least 8 to 9 out of 20 football teams, end up moving and moving their coach out and trying to find another coach. The thing about it, though, sometimes that surprised me is you're ready to get rid of a coach and you don't know who you're going to hire. Yeah. Still in Black college HBCUs, you got to go online and fill an application out. And then, and not nothing against Eddie Robinson Jr., you hire him, a guy who don't have that much experience. Not saying he can't do it, but, and then, we're still in the frame of mind of putting together committees to choose a head coach. That day is over. That day is gone. Before you, get rid of that head coach, you really got to sit down and say, what kind of guy we need? Where's our program at? Do we need a experienced guy with some head coaching experience? Do we want to rebuild with a young guy? Those are things that you got to look at. And, these teams, when we see these schools, you see them over and over again. Every 4 years, they hire, a new coach. Every 5 years, they hire a new coach. And, it's tough. It's only so many coaches that have that winning formula. And like I said earlier, when you get one, you need to hold on to them.
Yeah, we got the Coach Johnnie Cole as we are taking our HBCU stroll. Coach, I got to take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk a little bit more about that and what the landscape in the HBCUs, football. We're going to talk a little bit basketball as well. I got a question for you that I asked our resident basketball analyst, but I'm going to ask you too. When we come back with the Coach Johnnie Cole on our HBCU stroll, if you want to get in, 281-453-1000 is the number to dial, 281-453-1000, or text me 832-403-5005. That's 832-403-5005. It's the lunch break.
If you have $2,000 or more in credit card debt, then listen up. We can reduce or eliminate your interest rates. Cut your monthly payment up to 50% and stop all late fees. Our company has been helping good people just like you get out of debt for over 30 years. Don't get stressed out. If you have $2,000 or more in credit card debt and medical bills, we can show you a way to reduce all of your bills to one lower monthly payment that you can afford. So again, if you have $2,000 or more in credit card debt and medical bills you can't afford, make this free call today and learn how you can finally get out of debt. Call now for your free consultation. 800-638-7112. 800-638-7112. 800-638-7112. That's 800-638-7112. Sponsored by Credit Card.
Life can be full of risks. One thing you shouldn't take a risk with ever is your family's health insurance. If you're self-employed or you now need affordable health insurance, you need to make this free call right now and see how the Health Insurance Helpline can help you. We specialize in helping the self-employed and people just like you that need affordable health insurance to get it. We have short and long-term health insurance plans, and some even cover dental, vision, and prescription drugs. Don't take a risk with your family's health insurance. It's not worth it. If you're self-employed or now need affordable health insurance, call right now and learn for free how to get it. Listen, affordable health insurance plans for everyone just like you are a free phone call away. So give us a shout right now.
800-472-5145. 800-472-5145. 800-472-5145. That's 800-472-5145.
Are you ready? 2022 is in our view. Pastor Ronald Booker and the Greater St. Matthew Church invite you to New Year's with the Saints, featuring featuring the soulful sounds of Houston's own saxophonist Lloyd Hughes, comedian Dave Lawson. He'll have you falling out on the aisles, and violinist Christy Campbell. Simply amazing. New Year's Eve with the Saints, December 31st at the Greater St. Matthew Church, Southwest, 14919 South Main. Doors open at 8 p.m. As we close out 2021 and usher in 2022, we're expecting God to do great things. Finish strong with strong faith for the new year. It's worth the trip to the Saints for New Year's Eve.
The legendary KYOK 1140 AM and 92.3 FM. The legend.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Jonathan McReynolds, and I'm glad that you made room for the legendary KYOK, The Lunch Break.
All right, y'all, back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM, streaming live, kyokradio.org. We're also on YouTube, we're on Twitter, we're on Twitch, and we're on Roku TV. That's right. If you've got a Roku streaming device, just download the BS3 TV network, and you'll find us right in the middle of BS3. So thank you, Ben Sutter III, for getting us down with you on Roku. All right, got the Coach Johnnie Cole back here on the show. Let's see, touring the AFC South. Let's see, while I hear you there, Mr. Cole, either way, a committee has to be put together. However, steps got to be taken on setting up the steps to hire the next head coach. You know, some schools do it one way, some schools do it the other way, right? Not everybody does it with a committee.
No, sir, Coach. The two jobs I got, I never even talked to a committee.
Mm-hmm.
At Lane College, I was hired by the president. He talked to me on the phone. We set up a visit. I came and talked with him. We walked to campus. He said, the job's yours. Texas Southern called me on the phone when I got that job from the athletic director. We talked on the phone. I got that job. I've been in this business for 40 years. I've filled out so many applications, my fingers are hurting. And then all of a sudden they come up and sign somebody else. That stuff that you can do that after the process.
Right.
What it is though, on a state school, what they do is that you got to interview 3 people.
Right.
At least by a phone call.
Right.
So it to be the law. And then you choose the guy you want. You think these guys are going around and hiring these guys. You sitting there with a committee. You got the lunch director, the cafeteria man, you got the housing director, you got, this doesn't know anything about football.
Mm-hmm.
Anything, about choosing a head football coach.
Yeah.
You want to get a guy with, that got some character. You want to get a guy that's been around, have done some things. If I was a perennial losing program, I'm going after some guys who have shown that they've taken over a perennial losing program and turned it around, because they have the ingredient to do that.
Yeah, no, I'm with you, Coach. I haven't hired football coaches, but I've been in charge of hiring and firing, and I've done it both ways. I've done committees, and I've done it myself. Like, this is the person I'm bringing in for this. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I can't put one over the other. It's like anything else. Sometimes you get it right, sometimes you get it wrong. Coach, you and I had a great time down there in Atlanta for the Celebration Bowl. We talked about the big win by South Carolina State head coach Buddy Pugh over Jackson State head coach Deion Sanders. Now the HBCU community is trying to determine who is the top team in top teams in the HBCU schools. This organization, the HBCU Legends, have their rankings as such. They've got number 1, South Carolina State. Number 2, Jackson State. Number 3, Florida A&M. Number 4, Bowie State. And number 5, Alabama A&M. What say you?
But both teams head up, played each other, South Carolina State and Jackson State. But I think if they played another 2 or 3 times, Jackson State would win 2 out of the next 3. I just feel that way. You know, they got a solid team. They just got to get some things straightened in on the inside. I just can't see, you know, a 6-5 team, you know, being the champion, and they are rightfully so. They won the game that they were supposed to win, you know. So if that's the case, and then you look at, well, we got Jackson State number 2 and Florida A&M number 3. Well, dang, who did South Carolina State lose to? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? If they beat so many, all the teams in their conference, one of their teams in their conference should be in the top 5 at least. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you know, and with Bowie State, great football program. You know, I'm hesitant about that because, you know, and I'm a little salty because when we came out and we beat everybody, and they at that time they made Albany State #1 black college team and made, you know, my ball team number 2. And when you look at our schedules, it wasn't even close.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It wasn't even close. You know,
Yeah.
you playing Division II teams, and I'm playing 1A teams in Division.
Yeah.
You know, how can that be?
Yeah.
And our records was just about the same.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, you playing, you know, a Lane, a Kentucky State, a Central State. You know, them teams have not given you no hard time. When you playing Grambling, Jackson State, Alabama State, Alcorn. You know what I mean? So I'm a little hesitant about that. So I would try to keep it with the 1AA teams, you know, and I'll stay with South Carolina State because they did beat Jackson State. What's right is right. Jackson State 2, Florida A&M. I like Alabama A&M, and then I like North Carolina Central.
Coach, I should write that down. Because there's a school that y'all keep leaving out that I'm like, wait a minute, did y'all forget how good this school was before the end of their schedule? Here's what I'm going with. You ready?
Yeah.
I go with South Carolina State because, like you said, they won the game they needed to win. And I think I might be with you. If they had to win 2 out of 3, I might go with Jackson State in the 2 out of 3. But I got Jackson State number 2. Number 3, definitely FAMU. Number 4, if you want to go Bowie State, they can only play who they have on their schedule. I'll give them that. They go number 4. But at number 5, you mean to tell me Prairie View can't get in there at number 5? Prairie View had a much better record than Alabama A&M. Prairie View had a much better record than Alabama A&M.
But if Alabama A&M play Mississippi Valley, it's no contest. It's just unfortunate, you know, you can't lose to Mississippi Valley State. You just can't do it.
But they came off of a beatdown from A&M.
AJ, is it a boy or girl? Hey, is it boy or girl? You can only play for who on your schedule, boy or girl. What is it?
Coach, I can't bury Prairie View like that. We done moved Prairie View out of the top 5, and they had a top 5 schedule.
No question. They had a tough schedule. I give it to them, but you just can't lose to a perennial Mississippi Valley who's probably had 2 winning seasons since 1984-85 when Jerry Rice and Willie Tom was there, and they both retired.
All I'm going to say is this. Y'all better quit sleeping on Mississippi Valley State. Mississippi Valley State might have been better than y'all thought they were.
Well, let me say this.
Okay.
I think Coach Dancy finally put it together. Mississippi Valley State has always been good on defense.
Yeah.
Always been good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now they got an offensive coordinator named Kent Evans that I think is going to make a difference. Hopefully they're getting some more scholarships. You know, we found that out during our time in Atlanta, which I thought was great. I thought the move to Commissioner McCullen is doing by helping Mississippi Valley out, by giving them scholarships. I thought that was big, big move, a commissioner that's thinking about the small schools. I thought that was big. So that should help them out a whole lot.
Yeah.
I think they were playing with right at 39 scholarships when everybody else has 63 full. Yes.
Gotcha. Coach Johnnie Cole, as we take our HBCU stroll, let me hit one more thing before we got to take our next break. HBCU Legends ranked the top 5 HBCU coaching staffs Number 1, they got Jackson State. Number 2, they got FAMU. Number 3, they got Prairie View. Number 4, Bowie State. And number 5, South Carolina State. What do you think about that? Coaching staffs, not wins and losses, coaching staffs.
Well, I don't look at it that way. I don't rank Jackson State up there. If you number 1 coaching staff, you don't go to the championship game and not be prepared and lose the championship 6-5. So, I don't, and you got the players, that's not a good coaching staff to me.
Yeah, and let's get this out there, Coach. We were made aware, and a lot of folks weren't aware, that Coach Sanders went away from his offensive coordinator and went with a guy who called some plays but was never the lead play caller, and they made him the lead play caller in that game, and we saw the difference. We saw the difference in that offense from what they did all year long.
Well, just that move there was a bad move. You can't take a girl to the prom and then don't dance with her. You got to try to stay with what got you there. So they got some issues and problems there that people don't understand, that their talent has been able to overcome it.
Right.
When you talk about the play calling offensively and the kid holding the ball a long time, and they putting a lot of pressure on you, for 60 minutes in a football game, all those to me are all coaching mistakes. I like Florida A&M. I like, of course, South Carolina State. Excellent job. Beat everybody in their conference. Buddy Pugh has been there for a while. Been going through some changes himself. He don't know if he was going to be there. So to sit there and stay focused and take that team to the Black College National Championship, my hat goes off to him. No question, I like Prairie View. Coach Dooley did a great job of building that program up and reloading after that next year, to get there. I thought administratively hurt him, with the last 3 games, which when you playing a BCS team, at the last of the season, and not just one coming out of the SEC, and then you playing another game before you go to the playoffs. I thought he limped it.
Coach Dooley personally about that. What did he say about who put that schedule together?
He just said, "Hey, Coach, you got to try to just take what they give you and play who's on your schedule." And he felt like they could get through the game injury proof, and which they didn't. They ended up losing one of their top players at the end. The quarterback took a couple of shots, from Mississippi Valley as well as Texas A&M. So it was unfortunate for him, more so unfortunate for the student athletes, because they deserved a chance to at least have a week off to recover and enjoy, going to the conference championship. And they didn't. They came off those 3 losses, Monday, Tuesday, walk through practice, load the bus, let's get down, up to Jackson State, playing Jackson State at home. Man, that was crazy. That was like going uphill with one leg, on ice, so it was tough.
Yeah,
but
so
I like that. I like what Norfolk did.
I do too. I was going to ask about them.
Yeah, Coach came in there and took them from the bottom. At least they were right there in the middle.
Yeah.
So there's some good, and I can't say enough about Coach over at Alabama A&M. The only thing I'll give him a D on is he hadn't prepared his defense. He's always can score. He always can score, and you're not gonna win championships, giving up more than that you can score.
Yeah, that's true. All right, we got to take a break. We'll come back with more. We're on our HBCU Stroll with the Coach Johnnie Cole here on the legendary KYOK.
Are you looking to start a business? From side hustles to major business opportunity, Franchise 123 connects franchise buyers with sellers. And we have over 4,000 franchises for you to choose from. In one simple 30-second call, our live agents will sign you up to the platform. This is not a hard sales call either. We give you free access to our database. Yes, free access, no cost. We are the largest online franchise database in the world. You can find 95% of all businesses. Buying a franchise doesn't have to be complicated. We make it easy, and right now, some have no startup fees. You can turn your special skill into a franchise business or go full scale with all the top franchise businesses in the world. Sign up with Franchise 123 now and get your free guide to franchise success now. Call 800-419-5344, 800-419-5344, or text Franchise 123 to 63566. Text Franchise 123 to 63566.
The legendary KYOK 1140 AM. The legendary KYOK 92.3 FM. Radio stations in one.
Okay, we are running a car drive right now to help veterans all across America. So if you have an old car, truck, or van, even a motorcycle or an RV sitting around, you can right now give it away and help the vets. They really need your help. And your car will help support the vets and their families. And guess what? You even get a tax donation. Plus, we'll even come and pick up your car for free. And all you've got to do is pick up your phone right now and make a free call. Now is the perfect time to do something good for the vets. Give back to the vets right now for all they've done for this country. And your old car can really help them. So call the Veterans Car Donation Program right now for free pickup of your vehicle. Help the vets and help your taxes at the same time. Call right now.
800-253-1892. 800-253-1892. 800-253-1892. That's 800-253-1892.
Tune in to Table Talk with your boy, TD Blackshear, every Tuesday from 10 to 11 a.m. on the legendary KYOK 1140 a.m. and 92.3 FM. See you there. Hi, I'm Larry Scott, host of the Not So Christian and Me Show. Join me Saturdays for great fun, interviews, music, and the latest news surrounding our world today. We are the show that cares to hear your voice and opinion with real conversation in a no judgment zone. So join me Saturdays from 1 to 2 p.m. on the Not So Christian and Me Show, right here on the legendary KYOK Radio, 1140 a.m. and the all-new 92.3 FM at KYOKradio.org.
What's up, everybody? This is Jonathan Nelson, and you're listening to The Lunch Break with AJ.
Appreciate you, Jonathan Nelson. And real quick, Coach, we got to send some love out to Darylyn. Darylyn says, hey, I'm watching y'all on Roku TV. Y'all look good. Y'all look good. Thank you, Darylyn. She's a big Miami Dolphin.
Thank you.
She wanted to know if the Miami Dolphins were going to beat the Saints tonight. I hope not.
Woo. Man, those are two good young teams, Coach.
I hope not.
But we got to go with Miami for the quarterback situation.
Oh, my gosh. I can't believe that the Saints tried to bring Drew Brees out of retirement or Phillip Rivers out of retirement for this game tonight. I know they were going to be the backup quarterbacks and they were going to go with the rookie, but still, man, that's desperation.
Wow. That sure is, man. Man, Drew Brees better stay up in that press box, keep commentating. You know, them times he don't sit out, man. You can't do it like that. And he know better.
Coach, I was 40 years old. I got a call from one of my teammates from college, and he's like, yo, man, they got a semi-pro team in Katy. We should go and play. And I'm like, for what? I'm like, dude, I haven't been hit in over 20 years. What am I going to run out there and get hit for?
Hey, but let me look. You might can't see it. You see that scar?
Yeah.
I came out of retirement about 26, played in an alumni game. The alumni against the team, and broke my arm.
Coach.
The bones ain't taking it. Yeah, the mind is saying one thing, but the bones is. And I played football all my life and never broke a bone. And I played in alumni and broke my wrist.
Listen, I'm going to learn from your experience. I'm going to stay out of them alumni games. I will stay out of the pickup games. I'm going to stay out of those semi-pro games.
He better go play some flag football.
Man, and call it a day.
Yes, sir.
All right, Coach. So we were talking, got the Coach Johnnie Cole with me. We're taking the HBCU Stroll. And, okay, let me get back to that in a second. We were talking about the ranking. So this HBCU Legends ranked the top 5 HBCU head coaches. Ready? Number one, you know who, Deion Sanders. Number two, they went with Damon Wilson out of Boise State, Buddy Pugh, South Carolina State, number three, Willie Simmons, FAMU, number four, and Coach Eric Dooley, Prairie View at number five. But here's who they had honorable mention. Fred McNair, Alcorn, Gabe Giardina at Albany State, and Quentin Morgan at Langston. And they said, keep your eye on this young head coach. What are your thoughts?
Well, first of all, I want to know who's on the Legends making these choices and making these decisions. I mean, you don't even have to pick up a newspaper to say that these were the last couple of teams that played. You know, sometimes because you got a winning program don't mean you're a great coach. You know, you got players, you've been there for a while, you don't rebuild. You know, I like Albany State. Albany State has done a great job over there.
Yep.
He's been consistent, you know, over there. I like the coach at Miles College, Coach Ruffin. She won 5 championships and played there and took the program when it hadn't won any. I like Lane College. They had the first winning season since I was there back in 06. I thought they did a great job coaching. Kentucky State, another team played good 500 ball. I look at Coach Richard Freeman over there. He's the grandfather now, a guy that worked with me at Lane, been there over 12 years. But to see the stuff he went through, you know, they building a new field, and they moved him over here, and they were practicing. They were practicing at some other schools. You know, the kids would have to drive to practice.
Wow.
And they meet up at a football, and he played 500 football.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Once again, I don't take anything from Deion Sanders. He made some great moves. He did some good things, but he had resources as well.
Right.
You know, and again, I can't say enough. You know, I was talking to Eddie Robinson Jr., the head coach of Alabama State, which he agreed to come on our show. You know, we were talking about the times he played in the early 80s. Early 90s. I played in the 80s. I said, hell, when I was in the 80s, Jackson State won eight championships. And he told me, he said, Coach, when we played them, they hadn't lost a conference game in 28 tries.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So not to take nothing from Deion, don't get me wrong, he did what he was supposed to.
Yeah.
And there's some things that I seen coaching-wise. You know, of course, you know, we talked in the other segment, you know, some coordinator issues, you know, some other things that I saw that people didn't attack. But yeah, I would like to sit down and really discuss it and really make some good decisions. I've heard about the kid in Langston.
Yeah.
I heard he got that thing going over there. You know, I've been keeping my eye on him. You know, he is a good young and up and coming coach.
Yep. You know, I got a chance to talk with a guy who follows LSU football. He was talking about Brian Kelly coming over there. And then he said the same thing that most folks say, you know, coaching now is so different because of NIL and transfer portal. And I keep hearing it. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but to me, the better coaches learn how to adapt to what the landscape is today. Am I wrong, or what am I missing?
Oh, no, most definitely. I mean, you know, I know Nick Saban is a disciplinarian kind of coach, you know, and he's got to adjust his style some more. And when you hear him talk, you know, he talk about now more about himself personally, how he has to let up and smile a little more. You know what I mean? Because now, you know, you get on a kid and shoot, man, he in the transfer portal.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of these kids, and I hate to say, you know, I hope I don't get beat up on.
You're going to get beat up for it.
Huh?
You're going to get beat up for it.
I've been raised differently. You know, they ain't got the big stick up in the house, if you know what I mean.
Yes, sir.
You know, and so they're a little more softer, you know. The rules change and the laws change, you know. So, you know, we used to get paddlings in school. You don't get that no more, you know, and, you know, you get the participation trophy.
Right.
That you ain't got to be a player.
Right.
You just got to come to practice.
Right.
You know, so, you know, you're dealing with a different type of kid. But I still think that kids love to be disciplined because you show them that you care. So yes, coaches that adapt to these new situations, you need to take your hat off to them.
Yeah, let me ask this. Coach Johnnie Cole with us on the HBCU Stroll. Let's put aside why they're in the transfer portal. Doesn't it help HBCUs to be able to see kids in the transfer portal? Because a lot of times when these kids either sat out or were talking about transferring somewhere else, some of the last people to know were the HBCU coaches. And now this kid done popped up at a division, at a Division II school or a 1AA school in their community when they could have went to a very good HBCU, got back on the right track, and still been able to get the kind of coaching and experience that they thought that they were going to get at that Power 5 or PWI.
Yeah, without a doubt, it's different levels, and I'll just be able to share my philosophy of it. The 1As, they get the first dibs, it's 1A. I mean, these kids still want to go 1A, and then here you come to Division IIs, getting those kids that academically they ain't as strong. You know what I'm saying? On the Division II level, you just have to have passed 12 hours per semester you've been in school. So let's say a kid been there 2 years, and his second year he fell off academically, but his first year, he passed 18 hours. Mm-hmm. And then maybe went to the summer, and got his rest up to about 26 hours. So he's able to take those 2 hours over to that bad year, but going to a 1A school, he's ineligible. So now, or 1AA school. So now here come a Division II program, take it. So what I'm really getting to is the 1AA program is squeezed in between. Yeah. And so sometimes you just got to go on your thought that if this 1A team chose this kid, then I got to go get him and I got to take him as is. And a lot of times on the 1AA level, we don't get to do a kid's background because by the time you call that kid, he don't got 5 other calls.
Yep. I go back to what Coach Dooley said to us earlier last week when he came on the show about, hey, rebuilding is not even a word in his vocabulary because he can find what he needs out of that transfer portal and be ready to go faster than what he would have, without it.
Without a doubt. I mean, on the 1AA level, if you're talking about winning championships, yeah, the portal is your best friend. Because, they didn't have the portal when I was coaching. So we had to hunt down these kids. We went to people's different spring practices. It was a good thing that my brother was a head coach who had coached over at 10 different 1A, and people knew him in the business. The success we've had, people knew us in the business that would send us kids, so, and we wanted to win championships, and we knew that, like I said earlier, people got that, what have you done for me lately? People are not patient. They got the microwave attitude about it, and at the end of the day, your football program dictates to that university how that semester will go, how enrollment will go. I always tell people all the time, Notre Dame is a great academic school, but when you say Notre Dame, you say football. Right. When you say Duke, you say basketball. When you play Florida State, since they've not had a successful winning football program, you don't even hear about them no more. Right. When you say Alabama, you say football. Right. So, football is big. Football is important. Of course, I'm not telling you nothing that you don't know. It's real important to make sure that you get the right guy running the show.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Coach, we got to take our final break. We'll be back with more right after this on the lunch break. It's the Coach, Johnnie Cole. We're taking the HBCU Stroll here on the lunch break.
1140 AM and 92.3 FM, the legendary KYOK.
Do you have high blood pressure or diabetes? Are you over the age of 65 and covered by Medicare? Then pay close attention to this message. Medicare has introduced some new benefits to help consumers during these cautious COVID-19 times. They realize many of you don't want to leave your home to visit a doctor. So now you can get a remote patient monitoring device shipped to your home at little or no cost to you. Now your doctor can identify your problems in real time, which could potentially save your life. Victory Medical can easily ship this monitoring device directly to your home at little or no cost to you. If you have high blood pressure or diabetes and you're covered by Medicare, make this free call right now to see if you qualify for a new remote patient monitoring device. Call now.
800-213-9527. 800-213-9527. 800-213-9527. That's 800-213-9527.
You don't sit behind a desk every day to earn a living. You're out and about making it happen. And sometimes you get a little bit behind on your paperwork, like bookkeeping and paying your taxes. It's easy to get behind on paying your taxes. It happens to the best of us. And you know what happens next. The big bad IRS comes knocking on your door. And when that happens, you need to call the good old boys at the Tax Doctor. Let them do what they do best. Deal and negotiate with the IRS so you pay the lowest you can in back taxes that the law allows. We are a 100% U.S.-based company, and we've saved our clients millions over the years in back taxes. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, call my friends right now at the Tax Doctor and learn more.
800-603-9359. 800-603-9359. 800-603-9359. That's 800-603-9359.
Are you ready? 2022 is in our view. Pastor Ronald Booker and the Greater St. Matthew Church invite you to New Year's with the Saints, featuring the soulful sounds of Houston's own saxophonist Lloyd Hughes, comedian Dave Lawson. He'll have you falling out on the aisles, and violinist Christy Campbell, simply amazing. New Year's Eve with the Saints, December 31st at the Greater St. Matthew Church, Southwest, 14919 South Main. Doors open at 8 p.m. As we close out 2021 and usher in 2022, we're expecting God to do great things. Finish strong with strong faith for the new year. It's worth the trip to the Saints for New Year's Eve.
Well, I hope you are enjoying your weekend. Hey, everybody, it's Erica Campbell.
And I'm Griff from Get Up Mornings.
We want to thank you so much for rocking with us every weekday morning.
And after you enjoy your weekend, make sure you start your work week with us.
When you start your day with us, we'll help you get moving and motivated to have the best day ever. Go ahead, say it, Griff.
Best day ever!
So wake up with us. We'll be faith walking,
love talking,
enjoy living on Get Up Mornings.
Get up! Hi, this is Sade from Bondurant and Belford, and you're listening to The Lunch Break.
All right, we're back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK, all new 92.3 FM, streaming live, KYOKradio.org. We're also on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Roku TV, courtesy of the BS3 network. Thank you, Ben Sutter III, for getting us down on TV. Darylyn is checking us out right now on her big screen, and we appreciate you, young lady. All right, Coach Johnnie Cole, taking the HBCU Stroll. Listen, we talked a lot about football, but there's some HBCU basketball that's going on, and I asked the question that a lot of people ask in relationship to football. Should fans be worried about HBCU records right now when most of them are playing a tough non-conference schedule, or should they just wait until the SWAC games and the MEAC games and the SIAC games get started?
Well, you got to be patient. You got to do two things. You either got to be patient or start getting donations to that to the athletic program at them schools. And not just HBCUs play them. Other schools play big time schools too. It give opportunity for those guys, to play big time schools. It's also, they use it as a recruit tool. If I went to Texas Southern University and I got Oregon and Texas A&M Alabama and University of Connecticut on my, on my screen, on my schedule, then when I go in that kid's home, I say, yeah, we play in a conference, but we play big time basketball as well. You'll be able to get, play against the best. I think it's good for the kid, the individual kid as well, that can maybe play on the next level. And you do have kids that's coming out of HBCUs is playing on the next level. Unfortunately, everybody play basketball. You find a rim and a court and a basket everywhere in this country, in this nation. You know what I'm saying? And so they only keep 15 players on the NBA team. So and then now basketball is global wide.
Right.
Anybody can put some shorts on and a shirt can play. So they finding kids in Nigeria, Ecuador, Australia. It's tough. And it's tough in basketball on the college level.
Right.
And it don't take that many players to have a great team.
Yeah.
You get you a rebounder, you get you a scorer, you get you a quarterback guy, a point guard, you get you a defender. I mean, look at the Chicago Bulls, 6 championships, and they just have role players that come off the bench.
Yeah.
And won 6 NBA championships. So, either you start donating more money where they don't have to play those teams. Those are money games. They help pay the coach. It help pays, the players, the food, the scholarships that they're giving out, and it gives the athletic department a shot at B12.
Absolutely. Coach, I know you versed on a whole lot of things, so I wanted to ask that question. We asked that of Chris Gardner, Houston Roundball Review, because, a lot of folks are looking at TSU's record right now. A lot of folks looking at Prairie View's record right now. Those 2 teams are going to be a couple of the top teams on the men's side in the SWAC. But just wait till SWAC play starts, and you'll see a whole turnaround in those schools' records.
No, ain't no question without a doubt. Coach Johnny Jones over at TSU is getting the type of athletes that they need. And it's going to happen. It's going to happen sooner or later. I think it'll happen faster in basketball, where HBCU break into the national overall rankings before it happened in football. Like I said, not taking away from the coaches, but you don't need that many. You're going to put 5 on the court.
Yeah, we saw that a little bit last year with TSU's run in the March Madness tournament. They got a nice little ranking at the end of that season. So
and I want to make sure I let our fans and our tune-in people. I played Division I basketball too, and started at point guard as well as quarterback at Texas Southern. And basketball was my first love, but unfortunately, I was only 5'10" instead of 6'10". So I know a little bit about the round ball. Matter of fact, I know probably a lot.
Well, Coach, we're going to keep the HBCU Stroll going through basketball season because of your knowledge of the game and how you got it done. So we're not going to stop, just because football is over. So I appreciate you making the time and giving us what we do.
Well, I want you to write to that, what you call them, the Legends group. I want the Legends group's information. I don't want their top 5. I want their group so I can look down and see, because we going, us black folk, we going crazy with if you play in the NBA or the NFL, or the CFL, that you got all, you got all the knowledge. Look, that's not true. It's a whole bunch of guys that know some history and know some things about coaching and been around a long time and got rings to show it.
Coach, I will definitely do that. I'll make sure that happens. But we got a question coming out of Tennessee. Mike Patton, host of Touring the AFC South, says, I got a question. Why have we never gotten a TSU versus TSU game with Tennessee State versus Texas Southern?
In football or basketball? Because in
You know what?
football,
No one hear me talking football, but go ahead and answer both of them.
they have been. We played Tennessee State when I was in school as a youngster, and we went up there. And I don't know how old you are, but Tennessee State was going on to win the national title, or they was ranked high, and we were the only team that tied them. We ended up tying them 20-20. This was back in 1983, 82, around there. And then as I was a coach at Tennessee State, we were quote unquote playing the last game in the hole against Texas Southern when they had Bill Thomas, who's a Tennessee State graduate. And of course, we brought them up there and we spanked them a little bit. And we had won the Ohio Valley Conference Championship the week before. And matter of fact, we didn't even practice. We just said we're gonna use the same game plan, and we just enjoyed the first Ohio Valley Conference Championship or Conference Championship in Tennessee State football, and the first black staff to win all a PWI conference. So I had a lot to celebrate. That was a loaded question, and I gave him a loaded answer. So yeah, Tennessee State and Texas Southern has played in football definitely twice that I know of.
Coach Mike Patton said, I remember when you were at Tennessee State, I just wish they played more. So I don't know if Texas Southern won't know more of Tennessee State after the way Coach Cole and them did them.
Hey, we need to get Al West to put on a game. He right. Have the TSU Bowl.
Yes,
That'd
sir.
be a hell of a classic.
Yeah, that would be a classic. That would definitely be a classic. Coach, we got to get ready to go. Tell everybody where they can find you and follow you with all that you do when you're not on the HBCU Stroll.
On Twitter at Hobo Big Play. Also on Instagram, Cold-Blooded 9, and Facebook.
Coach, we appreciate you.
And now on Roku.
Roku TV. That's right.
Yes,
That's
sir.
Right.
65 million homes.
Look, Coach, don't tell all our business. Don't tell all our business.
I missed the meeting, man. I was out visiting my honey out in Phoenix, and I missed the meeting.
Coach, we don't want them to know everything we got. Look, we East Coast, West Coast, worldwide. So
yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Coach, you have a good one. We'll talk to you next week, okay?
All right, take care.
All right, Coach Johnnie Cole on the HBCU Stroll right here on the lunch break. And again, we do want to thank Ben Sutter III and the BS3 Network for getting us locked in on Roku TV. Listen, we got to get ready to go. Of course, I've got to get Sybil Wilkes on one more time with what you need to know. Don't forget, got a little football tonight. New Orleans going to host Miami. Both of them still have slim playoff hopes that they're trying to keep alive. It'll kick off at 7:15 Central, and it'll be on the mothership. All right, without further ado, Donnie McClurkin up next with the Donnie McClurkin Show. He'll give you the best in gospel music, latest in the gospel music industry. Donnie does his thing every Monday through Friday from 2 to 3. In the morning, it'll be Erica Campbell and Griff. Get up morning, 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. Right here on the legendary KYOK. And then I will be back at noon with Talk Your Team Tuesday. Y'all, as always, let's not be divided. Let's be united. I love you. There's nothing you can do about it. Here's Sybil Wilkes.
It's Sybil Wilkes with what you need to know. Today is Monday, December 27th, 2021. Number 1, South African theologian and social justice activist Archbishop Desmond Tutu died at the age of 90 at his home in Cape Town Sunday. He is one of the greatest leaders credited with destroying the apartheid system in his country. During his trailblazing career, Desmond Tutu was the first Black bishop of Johannesburg, South Africa's first Black archbishop, and Nobel Peace Prize winner. Number 2, women hold more than $925 billion in student loan debt, approximately 22% of all student loans. New data from the American Association of University Women shows that on average, African American women owe 22% more in student loan debt than white women. Researchers attribute the disparity to the student debt crisis and the gender wage gap, which make it difficult for women to get by, let alone get ahead. Read more about it in today's newsletter, brought to you by the the Black women's path of Texas. Number 3, U.S. officials have intensified calls for unvaccinated Americans to get inoculated in the face of the new Omicron variant. Though the calendar is about to change, December had a distinctly 2020 feel to it. NFL games were postponed because of COVID-19 infections, and the Rockettes' Christmas show was canceled for the season. Much remains unknown about Omicron, but officials warn it appears more transmissible than the Delta variant, which has already put pressure on hospitals worldwide. Number 4, from 2012 to 2016, Vine was a popular social media app that hosted 6-second comedy videos. Many of the videos became popular memes like that of a 9-year-old who was featured in a viral 2013 video entitled Terrio at Popeyes. Well, that young video star is back in the spotlight again, but this time it's for something more rewarding. He's now a star on the East Orange High School football team, and his team just won New Jersey's state championship. Number 5, during the presidential campaign and for the first year of the Biden administration, there were promises and ongoing discussions surrounding student loans, ranging from deferment to forgiveness. The COVID-19 emergency relief bill called for a pause in the payment of federal student loans, originally scheduled to end in August, then moved to January, and the freeze was extended last week to May 1st of 2022. While the full court press continues to convince the president to cancel $50,000 in student loans per borrower, future and current college students are considering their educational options. Here's your daily inspiration from Yogi's Jewels. Pursue your purpose while traveling your path. Join me today live on YouTube and Facebook at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central with Chris Paul and Coy Malone. Join me for a special look back at the 2021 World of Sports. Thank you to our What You Need to Know partners, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated and the American Heart Association. To subscribe to my free daily newsletter, please visit SibylWilkes.com. Be informed, be empowered. It's Sybil Wilkes with what?
1140 AM, KYOK Conroe, and 92.3 FM, K222CX Houston.
All right, y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed the show. I'm going to go ahead and make an announcement. We're going to start broadcasting on Facebook. If you're listening, we will no longer broadcast on Facebook for any reason. We're already not using Instagram because they're owned by the same company. I just got a message from the Meta Help Desk saying that we have received several reports against your activity, ! The content you have been publishing violates our rules. Reports claim that your posts violated Facebook policies regarding third-party intellectual property rights. We're not broadcasting on Facebook anymore. So effective immediately, you will no longer be able to get updates from us or broadcast from the lunch break on Facebook. And we will be looking at other broadcasts that we're doing with other entities that I'm over concerning Facebook. We'll be moving those immediately. We don't have time for that. We're not violating anything. We're not doing anything any differently than anybody else that broadcasts their radio show or podcast on Facebook, but somehow we are they're getting multiple reports about us. I think that's more about stalkers than I do about legitimate stuff. And if they're not going to take the time to figure it out, we're not going to take the time to promote their network. So today is the last day we'll be broadcasting live on Facebook. Y'all take care. We'll talk to you soon.